Every great empire in history has a death date. Rome, 476, the Mongols, 1368, the Aztecs, 1521. But when you look at China, the timeline doesn't make sense. Dynasties rise, dynasties fall, wars, invasions, famine, collapse, yet China itself never disappears. For over 5,000 years, Chinese civilization resets but survives. So how did China endure when so many others vanished? The answer isn't power, it's design. In Europe, a king was chosen by God. If he was a tyrant, that was just your bad luck. But 2,000 years ago, China invented a performance review for emperors, the mandate of heaven. It wasn't just about politics, it was about the universe. If a comet appeared, or a two-headed calf was born in a village, it was headline news. It meant heaven was firing the emperor. If an emperor failed to fix a flood, rebellion wasn't a crime. It was proof the mandate had passed. This meant collapse wasn't game over. It was just a system reboot. If the emperor is the brain, the bureaucracy is the nervous system. While Europe was run by illiterate knights, China was run by scholars. To get a government job, you had to pass the Kiju, the world's first civil service exam. Candidates were locked in tiny cells for 3 days. Some died from the sheer stress. The stakes were so high that people cheated in creative ways. We still have cheat robes in museums, today's silk gowns, with entire textbooks sewn into the lining in microscopic text. China was conquered many times. The Mongols, the Manchus, other steppe empires. The Great Wall failed. Yet instead of erasing China, these conquerors became part of it. They adopted Chinese administration. They ruled as emperors. They governed through Chinese systems. China didn't resist conquest, it absorbed it. The Mongol Khans even kept a patch of steppe grass in the Forbidden City to remember their roots. But it didn't help. Within generations, they were writing poetry and drinking tea. China is a cultural sponge. China's culture was so advanced, so massive, that every invader eventually just joined. They didn't lose on the battlefield. They lost at the dinner table. Rome was a military machine. When the engine broke, the car stopped. But China was an idea, relying on legitimacy and continuity. Rome became Italy, France, and Spain. China always became China again. Today, China is a modern superpower, but to them, this is just the rising phase of a cycle they've lived a dozen times. The empire isn't back, it just never left. If you want to see the moment the very first mandate was lost, hit subscribe. The cycle continues.